as happened in the Premier League, we don't bat an eyelid when that sort of thing happens. It does look a bit weirder further down the leagues. What I can't have is people saying, well, why doesn't Jeff Stelling just pay the 200 grand then? I'm sure Jeff, he's pretty well heeled, I'm sure. He can probably afford to do it. Or why don't the Premier League players just have a whip round and pay? Because that's not the point. That's not sustainable.
That 200 grand does nothing. Yeah, that 200 grand does nothing.
But it's the principle of the thing.
It's the wages, that, isn't it? Yeah. That's all that's paying.
Yes.
They're in debt. The problem they've got now, they've got a couple of people who are possibly interested in it. The problem the owner who has it at the moment, the majority shareholder of it, he's owed 1.8 million quid. So whoever comes in and buys Hartlepool has got to suddenly give him what he wants back, 1.8 million pounds.
I think he might be a long time waiting for that money, I'll be honest with you.
Well, he might be, and the longer this goes on, he's not going to get it, is he?
Every bone in my body wants to save every football club, but I think there's an argument as well that it's not fair on the teams who are running themselves properly and looking to get into the National League, looking to get into League Two and all the rest of it. I think it's a very, very difficult argument. Let's get some feelings from that part of the world. Jane supports Hartlepool. She's joining us on the line now. Good afternoon, Jane.
Hello there, guys.
Thank you for joining us.
I was just going to say that thank you for having me on. I'm so passionate about my club. I don't think Hartlepool deserve anything other than some of the other clubs who've gone out of business. But I just think that what we've got to talk about here is mismanagement.
Go on.
It's not about the fans. It's not about the team. It's about IOR ran Hartlepool for 17 years. 10 of the most successful years we've ever known in the 46 years I've supported pools. And the last two owners, this one and the one before it, Mr. Coxall and JPNG came into a debt-free club. This guy has said he'd put 1.2 million into the club June last year. That was far enough to pay for a season. And now he wants his 1.2 million back.
Anti about being called liars on the radio. But let me ask you this question: the money that gets raised by the gate receipts and the sponsorship or the money from the owner, what's it being spent on Hartlepool? Is it just the players' wages, or are you trying to improve the club and its facilities? What's happening down there? Up there.
It seems to me, and again, as you say, you've got to be careful what you say, but it seems to me is that money that he said he would put in turned into a loan. So it's not money put in.
Sure. Well, loads of them do that from top to bottom, don't they? They're all a contribution is different from a loan, isn't it?
Yeah. The squad's too big. It's bloated. We've got people who are in there now who we've never had them before. Head of PR, head of recruitment. These people have just come in under this ownership, and we don't know where they've come from, what they're supposed to be doing. It's there's real people with real jobs in this.
Right, club. Jane. Let me ask you the $64,000 question, and I want you to be honest with me. If all of this comes out and goes away and is wiped clean, is there enough support for Hartlepool United for them to sustain crowds of, say, 2,000 or 3,000 that many clubs at that level do? Is there do the people of the town
with the stadium they've got and everything,
enough interest in Hartlepool to make it a viable football club?
Most definitely. I mean, the gates are averaging around about 3,500, which in National League is damn good. We've also got, we've taken something like 8,000 up to Sunderland a few years ago, 17,000 to Cardiff several years ago. The people support the club, but the difference is that, it's people coming in who don't care about the club. And I honestly think there's got to be some form of fan ownership involved.
Oh, absolutely. No. The way that's going there, the clear thing is you may have to find some way to restart the club if that's what it comes to, but make sure there's enough fans running it, and stop pretending, we're going to challenge for the Champions League in 8 years' time. Stop all that. Have a great...
No way.
I know. Have a really strong community football club that people can go to and watch some football.
Well, you only have to
afternoon.
look at AFC Wimbledon, and it's a fantastic story what's happened to them.
Newport, who played Tottenham in the FA Cup in the fourth round, have picked themselves up from the destruction of their club.
Danny, a quick one on this actually. Let's the Borough fans, Middlesbrough fans. I know they were helped, weren't they, by Hartlepool? They're
Hartlepool
doing
let them use their ground.
Yeah, in what was that, 86? Yeah. So basically, what they're doing a thing called Save Pools Day, aren't they? Which is a fantastic thing to do.
Yep.
Where I think it's the next home game where they're going to try and raise money to help Hartlepool.
Because
we've got
just a reminder,
weeks.
when Borough went into when their ground was closed up by the
Yeah,
authorities and all
padlock.
the rest of it.
I remember it.
Big chain on the gate.
Oh, yeah, they
absolutely.
couldn't get in.
A chain as thick as a man's arm on the gate.
And they got told if they couldn't play the fixture, that was it. They're gone.
And Hartlepool let them play at the Victoria ground. So the Middlesbrough fans are responding, aren't they, positively, are they?
Yeah,
That's
Middlesbrough
good.
fans have been brilliant.
Well, Jane,
So,
that was a
well
fantastic call. You can hear, to whatever else, some people in Hartlepool want their club to continue properly. We might take a few more calls about this a little later on. Fair to give them an injection of cash and new life. Let's get more on this story from Paul, who's also a Hartlepool fan in Hartlepool. Hello, Paul.
You all right, lads? How are you doing? You all right?
Great.
Yeah,
Tell us what you want to say, my friend.
Yeah, so I just want to put it into perspective, really, and I completely appreciate everyone listening here will have their own club and, have a love affair with their own club.
Yeah.
But this will be the same again to many other clubs. It's not just a football club. In Hartlepool, it is genuinely the heart of the town. So, I'm 26 years old and I've been going to Hartlepool since for 18 years. And, I can't tell you how important it is for the town, for the club to be there as a presence, if not anything else. There's non-football fans in this town who acknowledge and realise how important it is for the town to even function.
Could I be rude? Could I be rude and say that I suspect that if they didn't have a league football club for the last 80 or 90 years, whatever it was, Hartlepool, there'd be many people who probably never have heard of the town.
Well, exactly, which is why the Hartlepool United Football Club is so important for the town and imperative to kind of get the word out there that we're actually in the northeast and we're a little town up here. And to put it into perspective, back in 2004-05 season, we're a town of 90,000 people in terms of population. We nearly took 20,000 to Cardiff, and that is a fifth of the population.
Incredible.
Of the town.
That's
It's
Burnley style.
unbelievable.
Incredible.
Yeah, now the point I want to make, mate, right, and it's not a plea, but Sir Jeff Hurst has just released a tweet to say Hartlepool United are in trouble. If you want to help, here is the Just Giving page.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a start, right? If we raise this 200 grand, all it would do, right, is pay the wages for a month and buy us a little bit more time. However, with people like Sir Jeff Hurst sharing the story, it will spread awareness. And that's all we ask for as poolies. We are.
But Paul,
we're giving you the awareness.
That's why I was trying to do
because
that.
We're passionate about it. We're giving you the awareness.
But you're right. Sorry, Darren.
Yeah, we're giving you the total awareness, and it deserves. It's a community football club, same as so many football clubs out there that have been going hundreds and hundreds of years. And we all want Hartlepool to survive. But it's got to be managed better. And I'm not going to blame any specific person for this, because the guy who obviously is a majority shareholder now, he wants his money back. He might struggle to get his money back. And owners out there, or potential new owners out there who want to buy Hartlepool, that's going to be one of the biggest concerns, because if they buy it, they've got to pay someone else, at the moment, 1.8 million. But it's all a rush job now, because they've only got 2 weeks before the after. Otherwise, they're going to have to go into administration,
But I think Paul
and
understands,
then they're going to get relegated again.
I hope Paul I think understands from the tone of his voice that this is not the solution. This is just the start of the solution. And in the end, all these football clubs have to be sustainable, and preferably at that level have somebody with a long-term, not just the short-term, the long-term interest of the club, i.e. the fans, involved with it. Now, of course, and let's be fair, thank you very much indeed, Paul, for bringing that to our attention again.